Hi. How's everybody doing? I'm a little late today. A little late getting on here. Just by a few minutes. My daughter Celia ransacked the bedroom. Plus 8:30 is her bedtime. So maybe I need to start making it at an odd time for 8:35. Which, ironically, in sales, that's what we're supposed to do, make odd times. So that way people actually remember to call. Sorry, just a tidbit of stupid information. Hi, honey. So, tonight, we talk about, it's a personal thing for me. Something I struggled with most of my life. Something my mom, dad, my sister, especially my sister, struggle with. And that is obesity and being the perception of a larger individual and how society has made it in some ways a bad thing. Did you actually know only 39% of the entire world is obese? That's actually quite a small number. Well, no, not quite small. That's actually a decent number, actually. 39%. And I know this because I just looked it up, so it's all fresh in the brain. There has been a steady increase, though, since the 60s and 70s of upwards of 25% now of childhood obesity. Something else I learned today. But believe it or not, the United States is not the most obese country in the world. There's a really, really small island out by Australia. The name of I feel like I'm going to butcher the name. It's really simple to spell. It's Naura. Sorry, no, I completely messed that up. Shoot. Nauru. They actually are the most obese place in the entire world. Upwards of 61% of the overall community is obese in that country. Now, granted, we're only probably talking about 12,000 people, but hey, that's still a number. It's funny, actually, because the least obese country in the world is Vietnam, with only 2.1% of the overall population obese. But really, what is it? I mean, you talk to your doctors, and it's a number that I've never been. I am 5'10" and a half. Well, let's go ahead. Fuck it, let's say 5'11". I'll give myself that, especially in the right boots. By convention, I am obese. I am 350 pounds. Yes. My dad, in his passing, was 500 pounds, 6'5", with a 78-inch chest. And I'm not messing, those are legitimate numbers from my father. He was a massive man. And by definition, he was obese. And my dad had a belly, but that man was a tank. A tank. His sister is on here right now, and Caroline. She can contest to the girth and overall size and demeanor that my father had. My mom struggled with weight most of her life too. She still does to this day. Fortunately for her, she is 12 pounds away from reaching her entire goal. Very proud for my mother that she has gone from almost, I want to say, 350, 400 pounds, I think is what it was. I think is what she was, to now almost being under 200 pounds. And that has taken quite a long time for her to reach that goal. My sister, who just chimed on, Laura, she's the reason I want to do this. Not to poke, not to prod, not to make fun of. It's more make aware. Some people, not everybody just eats. Not everybody just eats and gorges themselves until their stomachs expand and eventually become loose, and then you can expand and expand and expand, and then you eat all these fatty foods and all this junk that is so easily accessible to where you get big. That's not the case at all. I used to work out with bodybuilders in 2014 and 2015. These men would eat upwards of over 10,000 calories a day, but would spend half that time in the gym. So really, where's the balance at? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has the money to do that, and it's a metabolism issue. Most of the cases, it's actually medical. People can't help it. So it's a matter of perception. Another person's fat is another person's skinny. And unfortunately, again, with the way the world works, I mean, when you look at the Sports Illustrated Supermodel Swimsuit Edition, or Playboy when Hugh was still kicking, and things like that. It becomes a stereotype. I mean, it's not cool, because there are big, beautiful people out there that's just what they are. It's not a bad thing. Hell, I'm a big guy. I got it right here. I'm right at 62 inches. I measured myself today. I'm a big guy. And I really think that we've gotten into this world where it's become not acceptable. And why? Why have we gotten to that point? Everybody's so interested in Botox and plastic surgery. Oh, take it from here and add it here. Hey, I got a flat ass, but I got a big belly. Why don't you put it in my ass? Why? You're beautiful. Yes, at sometimes you get to a certain size where it becomes unhealthy for you as a person. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault. Again, there could be issues with that. See? Thank you, man. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. You're right. There's nothing wrong with being a big man. And I've known several, many beautiful big women. And it's all a matter of perception and what you perceive. It's not just one way in life. It's your way. It's how you see it. Growing up, I used to be made fun of because I got a big nose. It used to bother me. Heck, I could still flatten that thing all the way out. Did it used to bother me? Yeah. But then I learned I could smell things before anybody else can. Hey, it is what it is. I think it's funny. And I mean, nobody's perfect. I mean, look at the Kardashians. They spend so much time on themselves. I was watching one commercial on TV. It's a new one. I forget what it's about. It's about some drug or something. Oh, yeah, the one for the headache. That's what it was. And I'm looking at this woman. And in theory, she's supposed to be beautiful. But me, I couldn't get past her fucked up lip. Because when she smiled, this part hung down lower than the other side. So it was throwing me off. But does that mean she's ugly? No. It's a characteristic that is specific to her. Now, for me, I couldn't look past it. I'm sorry. It was throwing me off really bad. And I had to actually point it out to Megan because she didn't notice it. You know, and it's things like that I really want to get out there with people, and it's perception. It's how you look at things. Whether it's a big woman walking down the street or a little woman walking down the street. Honestly, I think if you walk in with a set of chicken legs and a flat backside, I ain't got nothing for you. But that's just me. I was also raised that way. Because my dad said it was nothing sexier than a healthy woman. And again, whose perception is that? So, really when it comes down, it's all about perception. You know, like I said, only 39% of the overall world population is obese. Yes, childhood obesity has rose dramatically since the 60s. Could it be because the parents have gotten lazy? And instead of going home after a 9 to 5 and cooking a healthy dinner, they just go to McDonald's? Yeah, but now you're pointing the finger at somebody else. And really, there's no finger to point. Because like I said, you're beautiful the way you are. Laura, I love you. You're beautiful the way you are. And I know you're going to achieve your goals. I know you're going to do what is right for yourself. So that way I can have you for a few more years. Because it's important. Mom did it. Other people can do it too. And sometimes it's just a matter of determination. You know? Because some of it becomes a habit. Some people get stressed out and they eat. This world is full of stress. And stress eating is a big issue. I think it should be a bigger issue than obesity should be. Because that could be a direct cause. That would be a direct cause. But even when I was doing my research, you know, and I was looking at the National Health Association, their stuff. I was looking into a couple other World Health people, you know, organizations and things like that. No one could, and I actually typed in direct cause for obesity. Nothing really popped up. It just went through statistics and ideas and thoughts, because that's really all it is. Because you can't point the finger at one thing, and really, you shouldn't, because you're not ugly or less than because you're 50, 100 plus pounds than what society should think you are. Fuck society. How about that? We'll say that. Love yourself. Love you for who you are. And if in that you find some kind of determination to make a change, God bless you for doing it. You know, because it doesn't matter what the other person feels about you. It's a matter how you feel about you. So, I was watching, I remember one time we were kids. And you know, as kids, we cruise around town, yelling out the window, saying stupid shit to people. Because we're kids, we don't know any fucking better. You know, and one of my friends at the time saw a bigger person running down the road. First thing he did was yell out, "Don't break the concrete." Now what's that do to that person? who actually decided to change and make that change to do something different. You know, I wasn't driving then, I was in the back seat of the car, but trust me when I say that boy took a lick upside the head for that one. So, because it was, and even then for the things we were doing, it was still disrespectful to people. But that's what it is. I think when you sit there and you look at, I'm sorry I have to bring it up again, swimsuit issues, the Kardashians, the supermodels, the actors and actresses and everything. I'll take all that into consideration, my man. And Big is beautiful. And hell, fuck Big. You're just beautiful. You know, you got Queen Latifah. That is a big, beautiful woman. She is. She's confident. She's secure in herself. She's an activist in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different things. And not once has she ever let her plus size get the best of her. But even that was even a rarity, you know. Oh Lord. But now we come into this lifestyle where now big booties. Everybody's about big booties, big booties, big booties. Man, come on. You still want the big booty with a little bit of waist. So it's still a stereotype. Still don't make a damn bit of difference. And so, come on, people. I see y'all watching, but ain't nobody talking. Y'all liking what I'm saying or not? You have comments about what I'm saying. You think I'm on the right track? You think I'm full of shit? Come on, tell me something. You know, Jessica, I see you on there. Mark, you're on there still. And Caroline, you're sitting right there. I mean, Mark, I remember you when we were growing up. We were both plump boys. You know? Jessica, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But we need to stop being mean. We need to stop being hateful. Because most of the time, sometimes the person who is in front of you barking at you, something wrong with them too. I really thought I'd have a lot more to talk about than what I have been. Actually, I was hoping there'd be more feedback on this, because not a whole lot of people talk about it. Hell, me. I was put into a situation to where I was made to feel bad not that long ago about being a bigger gentleman by two people in a household that would remain nameless. For what? What was your purpose? Arrogance? Stupidity? The fact that you were just an asshole? To remove chairs, furniture, items, just so I had to sit on the floor because of my size. It's fucked up, ain't it? To think about. But that happens every day to people. You're told to change. Oh my God. God, who was that DJ that made this? Oh, I can't think of it now because I can't believe my aunt is the one that brought up I like big butts. Oh my God. Out of anybody, that's hilarious. That's great. That's so funny. Hey, Caroline.
Bravo. Bravo, Aunt Caroline. I have to stop and laugh at this. This is incredible. I love you. That was funny because I know the only way you heard that damn song would have to be coming out of Michael's room. Ah. All right, where was I for a minute? I totally fucking forgot where I was. Let's see. This is an Evans. Do I know this person? What's up, Franklin? How you doing, man? Shit, I forgot where I was headed. Oh yeah. So, why do we do this to people? I mean, why do we put people out in ways to make them feel bad? When honestly, you should be giving a hand out. You know? Give encouragement. Yes, love. Everybody deserves to be loved. Everybody. Big or small. That is true. Not one is more important than the other, not one is more beautiful than the other. So, my wife told me today, Megan, she's right here. She told me I need to approach this gently. I don't know if I'm doing that. I like to think I am. My sister's still watching, so obviously I ain't pissed her off too much. So, yeah, that was, yeah. Dad was about the big butts. Yes, Dad was. Yes, Dad was. And I used to have friends that would say more than a handful's a waste. But to be honest, this goes for you too, honey. I like seconds. So that's where you get, yes, my dad raised me to be an ass man. Yes, that is where it comes from. My dad was bigger the better. And he had no problem talking about it. None. And you could even ask my Uncle Randy. He ain't too far away from dissimilar, except he likes thighs. He's a thigh man, if I remember correctly. So, come on everybody, I got 30 more minutes to play with this. Come on, let's do this. But I'm trying to make light about this, you know, because this was pretty recent for me. Feeling alienated just because of my size. Not taking a moment to actually get to know me as a person, but just looking at me as my face value. And unfortunately, this goes both ways. Because you have that average person of average weight, I guess, whatever the fuck that is. Pointing fingers and cackling. Because instead of choosing a salad, she chose the meatloaf. Then in the same token, you got that bigger girl sitting at home, more than likely with a Cosmopolitan, whatever the fuck magazine it is, crying her eyes out, asking why. And then she becomes hateful. And then she becomes evil and mean. Then you start calling her a bitch. Why? You did it. In a way. But either way, we're beautiful people as we are. As humans. That's what we forget. Is we are here to help one another. We're here to support and love each other. Help pick each other up. Help stop the bullshit. Stop the hatred. That's really everything I really want to talk about. Except for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be mainly motorcycles. That is true. Been a Harley rider most of my life. By the grace of God, thank you for that. That's via my dad, my uncles, cousins. So that's I look forward to doing that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm kind of looking. I'm searching in my brain because I really got out all the little statistics I researched before doing the video. And again, the previous conversation is from when I was talking about my dad. Still weighs heavy on my mind this week because we are steadily approaching the 17th. So that still weighs heavy. And depression, stress, anxiety. Did you know that there is actually a chemical called cortisol that your body produces that actually is accredited to weight gain? It's amazing. I actually know this. That is actually true. And if you're, for a male, if your body has too much cortisol, the testosterone in your body is useless. It is rendered useless and promotes your weight gain. And cortisol is brought up by what? Stress. Yes. It is an actual chemical imbalance within your body that inhibits the body to reduce fat cells, lose weight. There's a bunch of other things it does too. So it doesn't matter how healthy you are. If your cortisol levels are too high as a man, you're gonna keep gaining weight. Fuck the testosterone. Forget what you do in the gym. It's not gonna matter. And I learned this from the #1 health person in the world for working out. Yes, because he's on my Instagram page. I keep up with him quite often. Megan sometimes probably gets tired of hearing me talk about it because there's things on there, there's some supplements that actually help reduce the amount of cortisol within your body. And believe it or not, it's mainly peppers. Turmeric is one of them. I forget the other kind of peppers that they have right off the top of my head, plus a few other ingredients to add to it. It's a cool little thing. It's called Burn. Look it up. No, I think it's a unisex thing. I'm not really sure. I just know it mainly for men because, well, I'm a man and I look up stuff for men. And so, if you're interested, something that might help. I know I'm going to be buying this stuff soon because I want to feel better about myself. So, it has nothing to do with any insignificant person from my past. Learned a long time ago they don't need to affect me. I am the only one that affects me. You are the only one that affects you. You bring yourself up, and you can bring yourself down. It's all a matter of what you do. Me, I'd like to help rise you up in whatever way possible. That's why I say you're beautiful the way you are. You have no need to feel bad about anything. And really, your stress can come from the past, the time of year, like I was talking about before with depression. I bring that up because my sister, the last thing on here was depression and stress adds to weight gain too. Yes. But it's on how you take depression. There's a lot of good places out there. I'm going to focus on this. I know a lot of people from the military and in life have passed away due to suicide. And some of them could be because of their weight and how they're made fun of because of it. You can actually cause someone to kill themselves. And all you thought you was doing is being funny. So, watch what you do. Watch what you say. Watch how you treat people. Because you don't know what's going on with them. Treat everybody like the way you want to be treated. That was a golden rule. That's something that we used to get taught in school. I don't know if it does anymore, and if not, that explains why things are going to shit. So, just know your depression. Please, if you're depressed, I wish I had a little thing. Like I said, I don't have my whole setup yet. I'm still doing this on my phone. So, there is hotlines out there for you if you are depressed and considering suicide. Please, I beg you, please find the 1-800 number. Give someone a call. Tell them what's going on. Maybe even reach out to that person in your life that you know you can turn to, but you're afraid because of how you're feeling. You don't know how to express, and you're depressed and you don't know what to say. And just tell them that. Just call them up. Hey, I am depressed, and I need you. I'm sure that person will come. I know I would. Anybody call me and tell me I'm depressed and I'm considering the idea, you will have my undivided attention. And I'll shut the hell up and listen. Because sometimes you just need to be heard. I know there was a few times that I had been, especially in my early 30s, I hit an all-time low. Not everybody knows about this. I'm not going to go into too much detail. But when I met a very special woman, she changed me. And I am fortunate enough to still be with that woman today. Not in a good place, very dark. Not necessarily suicidal, but I was definitely on that road. More so of self-destruction. I would die. I used to be good at that. Used to be really good at that. Not so much anymore. I couldn't be happier about who I am. I couldn't be happier of my children. And all of it just started with, hi, how are you? And that's my case. Your case could be a little different. I know my sister has made a career of looking for love in all the wrong places. Sorry, sweet pea. I won't say it. But fortunately for her now, seems like she found a man that'll be there for her. For that, I'm happy. So, I don't know, she's had a hard walk. And at times, I didn't make it any easier. Some of the times, I may have been even at fault. And that was my childish, naive outlook on it. So, and You can be skinny and still be depressed. There's a weird concept. I'm skinny and I'm happy. No, that ain't the fucking case either. You could damn near be model material and still think you're less than. Because why? Daddy told you so? Fuck him. You know? Forget what people say about you. I don't care if you're 50 pounds or 500 pounds. You're beautiful the way you are. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, I smell that fat fuck over there. Man, fuck you. Straight up. I shower 2 times a day. And that's because I want to. Not because I smell. Cause I actually like feeling the water bead off my belly. Okay? It makes a neat little sound because I'm fat. You know, that's just me being stupid. But the main reason for this video today was for my sister. Because I am proud of you, despite how much you piss me off. You are a big woman, but you have a big heart. And that's why you are as big as you are. Because you would never find a more caring, honest, and noble person as someone who walks in the path of a big, on a big light, in a big frame. Some of the most ugly people I've ever met were skinny. And that's the truth. And I ain't saying that's 100. I am not saying that's 100. I am just saying, statistically speaking, through my perception. Because remember, this is all about perception. My perception of it. Big is beautiful. Beautiful is you. Beautiful is what you are. Queen. That is my favorite. Queen is one of my favorite bands. I ain't afraid to admit it. I don't care. That was my favorite song. I actually used to sing it in New Orleans Harley when we used to deliver Harleys. Hell, I even did a second line to Fat Bottom Girls. Okay? I dressed up in a banana costume. I was the Fat Banana Man. And I loved it. So, be proud of who you are. Be proud of all your achievements. Don't let anyone stand in your way. Because the only person that should affect you is you. Nobody else. Because no one's perfect. No one. I don't care what the magazine says. I don't care what statistics say. I don't care what the fucking media says. You're beautiful. 39% of the whole world is obese. The average childhood obesity has rose 25% since 1965 to present day. I actually looked this stuff up. Some of it may have been Wikipedia, so it may not mean a shit. But hey, I at least tried. I did go on the National Health Center, and I did look up some of the stuff. So some of the stuff actually is real. But again, size is a matter of perception. Just like me and my buddy John had a great conversation about perception. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about when it comes to perception will come probably Thursday or Friday when I attack racism. Because again, it's perception. It's how it's looked at. And we have to change our perception. Because it's not one way or the wrong way. It's your way. So, My mind is trying to get me to come to a closing, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Because I feel that no matter what, I hope I reach some of you people. I hope I can get some more good feedback. Like, tell me I'm still going in the right direction. You know, so far I've touched on young women in virtue. I've touched on loss. There's been a few different topics that I've already come up with. And I'll admit, this one was kind of hard for me. When I say I was touching on things that'll make me uncomfortable, this is one of them. The hardest thing I have to do, and some of y'all really like this show. I'm not down in the show. Please don't think I'm down in the show. My 600-pound life. I can't watch that show because it reminds me of the pain my sister went through in her life, to breaking her knee, and the struggles she went through, and the fact that I was so within myself in my life, even at 15, that I may have not have been there for her like I should have. I left her alone. I wasn't the big brother I should have been. And that hurts me today. Because in reality, I've never been. Now, when I talk about heart, when I talk about my sister's heart, that woman loves me unconditionally. And I ain't done a damn thing to earn it. Except be her older brother. And that's what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter to her when I was doped out, coked out, methed out. It didn't matter. Mom was still Bubby. And at times filled with so much rage that I didn't see it. So I picked, I poked, I prodded. I was one of the people I talk about now. And throughout the years and age and time, changed, grown up, realized where I was wrong. And now the only thing I can do is push forward and be better. And that's what we all need to do. Don't focus on what you did. Think about what you can do. Because more than likely, that's a greater thing than what you did. John, come on. I was really hoping to get a little bit from you on this one. See what you got to say. Trying to think something out. Trying to think. And if we really get down to it, I was even mean to my aunt. And I bring this up because she's watching right now. I remember one time, Aunt Caroline, I was in the middle of the pool. Probably couldn't have been... God, if I was in double digits, I was successful then. But I made fun of you. You went into the bathroom, down by the pool, at Aunt Marilyn's. And you shot out of that place, out of that bathroom, like a racehorse. And before I even had a chance to move, you had a hold of my ass. You taught me a lesson. I didn't think she could do it. She did it. It was funny. We all laughed. But there was still an opportunity where I could have hurt your feelings, or may have hurt your feelings. And, God, years have passed. But it's still something I think about. I don't dwell on it. I don't ponder on it. Honestly, up until this moment, I forgot about it. But it was actually a happy memory. And again, no matter what your size is, you're wonderful. You're beautiful. You're an amazing person. My sister at one point probably was close to, sorry sis, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Your biggest was probably mid-7. And she still got around. She still had the motivation, the drive, the unbelievable determination to keep going, to get up, to stand, to walk, to do steps, when most people in that situation never did. She could do it, and everybody else can. My sister has made excuses. And more. But through all that, she's always had a single-minded determination that only a Hughes knows. Sorry, guys. We are stubborn, bullheaded people. As a Hughes clan. As I was raised, we were, and we are. My Aunt Marilee just popped up. And I miss you all. I miss you, Aunt Marilee. So, in this holiday season, and yes, even now, my sister's still up there in weight. And you did, Aunt Caroline. I remember laughing about that for a while, even as a kid. And it was funny. You did. You sure did. Like my sister just put on here. She just put on here. I know y'all can read it, but I want to speak it. My sister currently has an issue going on. She has a dislocated. Actually, I think it's broken. But she has 3 inches. I think that's. Anyway, she has 3 inches of dislocation within her foot. She has a club foot from a accident when she was a teenager. Actually, I touched on it a little bit when I was talking about how I wasn't there for her. My sister still gets up every day. Not just with a club foot, with a broken, dislocated foot. And she still walks everywhere. If that's not determination to drive you to think on the brighter side of life, I don't know what does. My mother and her actually talked about I even talked about amputating that foot because there is no fixing it. The doctors have given up. But my sister told my mom, I can't stop. I can't give up yet. And that's really powerful. That's really amazing to think about that. I don't even know if I would have that kind of determination to do what she does. So, mind your tongue. Mind what you say to people. Because you don't know what they're going through. You don't know why that person is big. You don't know why that person is what they are. You don't know why that person, you don't know what that person feels. So just be kinder, be nicer, be thoughtful. You see a lady walk to a door, open the damn thing. You see an old lady sitting on the corner, help her walk to the other side of the road. These used to be core values that we were taught. Hold on, what's this, John, what in the world did you just... Hold on. I gotta click the see more button. What is this? Hold on. I'm not good at reading paragraphs. You know that, right? Hold on. Here we go. Let me get my eyes on for a second. Yeah, I'm that old now. Thanks, everybody. Oh, by the way, Aunt Caroline. Aunt Marilee. How much do I look like Dad? I was thinking about this stuff today and how beautiful people are, especially those who differ from us. How depressing a few people at work. People are today at work. After making a few smiles, I got into Sorry, I'm a horrible reader. I'm not great at this. So look, it's really it's long, man. Shows how illiterate I can be in my beautiful Mid-Ohio Valley training that I got for schooling. Basically, thank you. John here has been so influential in this, even for me, because he's one of the people that believe in what I'm saying and believe that what I have to say needs to be heard. And he has invited me to his church. Yeah. It's a little longer. It's almost to my belly button. But back to John. John has really stepped up and stepped out. We spent 4 hours last Sunday evening talking about everything, and everything that it boiled down to that we were talking about was the idea of perception, how it's perceived, how it's seen. Just because I see blue doesn't mean it's not green. One thing that I think might matter more to me doesn't necessarily mean it matters to you. And it's all perception. It's all the ideas that we were taught as children. My hair smells like Pantene. So, yes, his hair was curlier than mine. He had ringlets. Mine's a little weighted, and it's been pulled back all day. So, and trust me, if I do a right girl, it'll be all curly and pretty, I swear. I make women envious every day of it. But we need to open our minds to the world. We need to open our minds to acceptance and love. Because that's what it's about. That's what we've forgotten when I say we go back to basics. Common courtesy. The trivial gentleman, in a way, even. And those core values have been lost throughout the years. Going with what my aunt just said, real quick with that, yeah, I see a lot of Uncle Randy in me too. And that does fill me with a great sense of pride. So, because like he said, like my uncle said, it's like looking in the mirror. We actually did a video chat, Aunt Caroline and Marilee. Me and Uncle Randy did a video chat once. And he said it was like looking in the mirror, except I got a bigger nose. But let's just change our perception. Let's change how we see the world. And I think with that, we can change the world. So, I guess the challenge for today is go out and make a friend. Go out and say hi to someone that you may not normally say hi to. Find that person. Say, hey, you're beautiful. Now, we also get into the idea of sexual harassment and things like that, and how that has gone a little too far. Okay, we're like that too far. So, but I'm sure some of you can get away with it. Even if it's just at work, you see somebody that's maybe not as bubbly as what they normally are, or anything like that, and check them out. Walk up to them. Tell them, hey, I noticed. And if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here for you. You may just save someone's life. Just for that. Coming up to 9:30, I actually made it. I actually made a solid hour talking about this. I am actually just depressed myself. So, y'all have a great night. Thank you all. My sister, my aunts, who have watched this video pretty much all the way through. Thank you, John, for everything. Thank you for all the other ones who have chimed in. Caleb, I'm going down the list here. Gage, you guys, I work with you guys. That's awesome. Thank you guys for that. Oop, I'm about to knock the phone down. Franklin Evans, thank you. Chiming in as well. I appreciate you guys. If you guys really feel this, please put it out there. Please let everybody know that right now from 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time. I'm not Eastern. I'm Central, so to speak. I'll be here. This is what we're doing. Tomorrow I'm lightening the mood. I've been kind of serious here lately. Tomorrow we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics to talk about. We're going to talk about one of my favorite companies, and that is Harley-Davidson motorcycles. They're coming out with a new release. I'm not going to talk about the release. I do know of one I'm really excited about. We'll talk about a few other things then too. So until then, take my challenge. Find that one person that you see might not be on A1. Reach out. Say, hey, I'm here for you. One love. Good night.